that speaks.
I have ideas to propel.
I have a world to stand up to.
We may look different and talk different, but we are the same.
She is a girl.
And together we will rise up.
Because while alone we are strong, together we are stronger.
And together our voices will change the world.
You see a girl,
We see the future.
Hi, my name is Sarah Hesterman. I'm 16 years old, and I'm from America, where I lived before arriving in Qatar 1 year ago.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello, everybody. My name is Maha Al-Suwaidi. I'm 17 years old, and I'm proud to say that Qatar is my home.
I am the president of Girl Up Qatar.
And I'm the head of cultural affairs. So what you just heard in the beginning is actually the Girlifesto of Girl Up, which is Girls Up Mission. So obviously that introduces the question, what is Girl Up?
Girl Up is a campaign that encourages the empowerment of girls by girls around the world. So we work in partnership with the United Nations Foundation to ensure that girls can reach their full potential. This is done so by providing them with access to a quality education.
So what we're here to do today is to talk to you about Girl Up's position in the international community and what Sarah and I are doing by bringing this initiative to Qatar. And obviously, most importantly, what we're here to talk to you about today is what you can do to help us in our mission to provide world quality education to girls all around the world.
Girl Up really is a worldwide community, and it's also youth-driven. So what Girl Up does is it aims to address the issues that girls face in developing countries. This is done by bettering girls' conditions, by bridging the gap between the developing and the undeveloped world, or the developed world and the undeveloped world, and we ensure that girls are given the access to the education that they need by creating a community of advocates and supporters.
As this is a youth-driven movement, Sarah and I actually met at school.
We did. So I learned about Girl Up when I was studying for a school project on human rights in February of 2014. I was lucky enough to attend the Girl Up Leadership Summit in June of 2014, shortly after, where I was inspired by meeting 150 other girls who were passionate about the exact same cause that I cared about. I've always been motivated by the women in Qatar who take advantage of the resources that they're given and pursue an education. But most importantly, I've been heartbroken by the girls that I have met in developing countries who desperately want the education that I take for granted. So I knew that it was time that I needed to speak out and I needed to use my voice to bring this movement to Qatar and to my local community. Preparations for it took around 2 months, but we finally launched on August 31st of 2014.
As a huge advocate for youth empowerment and involvement, Girls Up message truly resonated with me. For me, I come from a large background in Model United Nations conferences where you see halls of people excited, rallying for different kinds of human issues, and you get inspired, you get infected with this sense of joy that you can do anything you set your mind to, whether that's a small change or something on a much larger scale. And so when Sarah was talking about Girl Up within our local school community, I saw myself as a part of her journey. And I went up to her and I told her, what can I do? How can I help? Because this is something that I'm equally passionate about. Alhamdulillah, we're living in a place that's privileged with great education, that we have conferences like WISE that appreciate education, whereas other parts of the world don't. And so because of Girl Up's empowering message, I reached out to Sarah and we started this club. So why did we start this movement?
Well, the reason that we wanted to bring it to Qatar is because we believe that its role in this country is very important. So we saw that this organization had not yet been talked about or brought to this country, and we knew that the opportunity lied ahead for us to widen the global influence that it has. And also, we've been able to create a platform for students to come to us and to care about global issues and speak up on behalf of adolescent girls in developing countries.
Siswengo Mola was only 5 years old when she was first married, and because of this, she couldn't receive an education. By the mere age of 14, she had her first child. Soon after this, the Girl Up organization came to her community and supported a specific program. And this program allowed Siswengo to gain literacy, family planning skills, and basic skills like carpentry. And Siswengo is only one of many girls who've been empowered through this movement that we're currently trying to bring back here in Doha.
Like I said, Girl Up is really becoming a worldwide movement. It started as a campaign solely for American girls, but it's quickly spreading across the globe. There are over 500,000 supporters and advocates for this campaign, and there are over 700 clubs in 44 different countries. These clubs are led by youth leaders like Maha and I, who believe that we need to stand up, to speak up, and to rise up on behalf of adolescent girls.
Qatar is a country that truly understands the necessity of education in order to grow and develop. And as we can see, like I've said before, through conferences like WISE and the establishment of Education City, which brings world-class universities to the heart of the Middle East, Qatar is leading the way in bringing education to a different part of the world. And me and Sarah are inspired by Qatar's accomplishments, and we're looking to it as a model of what we can learn from and hopefully in the future build upon.
Like the Qatar Foundation for Education, Science, and Community Development that established Education City, Girl Up believes that quality education should be accessible to everybody.
Sorry. You need to take a breath sometimes. But so our first event was actually held on September 4th of this year, as this is a fairly recent club, but we've had a lot of action with this club. So our first event was actually pretty small. It was within our school community at the American School of Doha, and it was a simple bake sale. I mean,
students love food, so we thought we could get some good money with it.
So our first fundraiser was a bake sale, and we raised 2,000 Qatari riyals, which is approximately $500. And to some people in this room, I'm sure that's not a lot of money. That's something you could probably buy a pair of shoes with, or maybe a nice handbag. But to girls like Khadija and Mesa, this gave them school supplies, the tools that they need in order to be empowered and gain an education.
We also have more plans for our future. So we want to lead discussion panels with notable dignitaries that can speak about issues that pertain to adolescent girls in the developing world. We also want to reach out to our local community, and we want to teach English at the schools, which are actually plans that are in progress right now. And we also plan on continuing our fundraiser so we can provide for the purchasing of school materials and for the support of programs that help educate girls like Masa and Khadija.
So what we're here to do today is to give each and every one of you a call to action. Everyone in this room can help Girl Up in some shape or form. You can do this by simply sharing the knowledge that me and Sarah have been talking about with you today, or you can simply donate to the cause itself. You can teach your children, your brothers, your sisters, even your cousins, that by educating girls, you're giving them a brighter future. Empower the young women in your life to become the new generation of policymakers and innovators in education.
Girl Up truly believes that we need to foster a community of givers, receivers, and supporters. Altogether, we have the power to better girls' conditions in these countries. And altogether, we can bridge the gap between the developed and the undeveloped world. Altogether, most importantly, we can be that community that supports girls receiving an education. In doing so, we can make sure that the future of education is provided for and that we can mobilize this new generation of ideas and of change. So we're very eager to discuss and create solutions with you, so please come and talk to us after our presentation. So I am a girl who has a voice.
I have ideas to propel.
I have the world to stand up to.
And together we will rise up.
Because while alone we are strong, together we are stronger.
Thank you.
I think we're at the last one now.